But I'm just gonna tell you right now that having P plates attracts bullies. Hi guys, it's Shonnytee and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're new, welcome, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things you learn as a new driver. Now if that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also make sure to turn your post notifications on to all so you can always be notified every single time your girl posts a new video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now, the very first thing I'm going to talk about is that, you know, when you've just passed, you put P plates on because it alerts other drivers that you have just passed. But I'm just gonna tell you right now that having P plates attracts bullies. Now, I swear to you, I'm not joking because I didn't realize this until this happened to me, and I'm just being straight with you, like for real. I remember I put the P plates on and I passed, and the very next day I drove to college, and I just remember being at these traffic lights, and in the car that I'd been learning to drive in, it was an eco one, so I had to press the clutch to start the engine. And then when I got my car, that was the exact mate, but it was obviously not like that one because that was like more modern, and I'm sorry, couldn't afford it. So I had one that wasn't eco, it was just the petrol one, and that one was diesel. So I had to learn, oh, I don't have to press the clutch to drive, you know, I can just drive. I had to learn the whole new clutch side of things, and just, you have to learn the car. So I remember coming up to the traffic lights and I stalled like twice, and I've got this big ass lorry behind me and he's going beep, beep, beep. And I can see him kicking off in my back mirror, and I'm panicking because I'm thinking, oh my God, you can see I've got P plates on and you're making me feel crap. Like, I know I stole the car twice in one go, but there's nothing I can do about it. And you just need to be prepared for that, because people don't care that you've just passed. If they're running late and it's 8:30, they've got to be at work for 9 o'clock and you're stalling in front of them with P plates, how dare you? You know, they are going to make you feel crap, and you are going to feel a bit crap about it, but don't let it get to you. It will happen. You're going to come across some right idiots. So, you know, you just need to be prepared for it. Also, the fact that you've got P plates on as well, you have to be prepared that people are not going to want to let you out at a junction. I'm sorry, they're just not. And you may find that you're waiting for a while. So sometimes you're going to just have to try and get out when you can. But, you know, people don't like new drivers, and I think they forget that at some point they was once a new driver and they had to learn, you know, like you are, but they don't care. They forget that years before that was them in your position, and now that they're experienced, they don't care. You know, you'll find that they're right up behind you and all of that, and they'll just try and pressure you. And the fact that some of you as well, this happened to me, I got a black box. So let's talk about that. The fact that I got a black box meant that, you know, you're limited to doing the absolute speed limit. Now, we know full well that most people do not sit at speed limit. If it's a 30, no one's doing a 30, you're doing more than a 30, you're probably doing a 40 and a 30. That's just what people are doing. But when you are new and you have a black box, you are obviously going to do the speed limit because you play a black box and you're learning to drive and you're just getting used to the rules of the road and everything like that. So you are going to stick to the speed limits. You are going to have people right up behind you, like, you know, cussing and whatever, as if to say, why are you sticking to the speed limits even though you have a black box? And people will make you feel like you are doing, like, committing the worst crime ever because you are sticking to the speed limits. So you just need to be prepared and just be patient and just think, you know what, it's fine, because I know I'm doing speed limit. I know I'm sticking to the law. That's all you need to worry about. As long as you're doing speed limit, don't worry about it, because there's going to come a point where they're going to probably drive past and be like, oh my God. But guess what? It don't affect your day. Don't let it affect your day. They've gone. You're probably never going to see them again. You just know that you stuck to speed limit, and that's all that matters. Now, I don't know if everyone's learnt this when they're having the lessons, but I learnt this, and I still like use it to this day. And I've been driving for 3 years, and it's honestly like the best thing I could have used like, because it just helps me park. And it is that when you are doing parallel park, and sometimes when you're like parking, you can't really see. Obviously you can adjust your mirrors, but you can't really see the pavement, and you can't see how close you are to the pavement. So the thing that I got taught by my instructor was to the door handle on the passenger side or the driver's side, whichever way you're trying to reverse, that door handle, as soon as the back of that door handle looks like it's laying on top of the pavement, obviously it isn't, but when it looks like it is, you're supposed to turn your wheel in immediately. And then obviously once you turn the wheel in, you'll be like in the space that you want to be in. And I found that such a good tool to use. I still use it now, and I find it works so good, especially when it's some of them roads where I'm not used to parking or I don't really park there. It helps so much. I definitely recommend using it because it just helps, you know, instead of having to sit there and think, oh my god, am I going to be too close to the curb, am I going to hit the car behind me, am I going to hit a car in front of me. All you need to know is that you are using that technique and you just can't fail. Sometimes it might not work, you're still learning, you got to get used to it. You know, you haven't got your instructor in the car, now it's you on your own. So it might seem like, oh my god, I can't park, I've had enough now. But you know what, you'll get used to it, you'll get a hang of it. Don't give up. You've worked so hard to get to this moment of, you know, passing your theory and passing your practical, and now you're here, you're driving, you're independent. So don't let it get to you, and just love this experience that you're on. Now, my next point is that it's actually okay to use your handbrake. Now, I know there's like a stigma and people are going to feel like, oh my god, there's so much pressure with like using the handbrake. Listen, if you feel like you need to use the handbrake, use it. I know I felt this pressure when I first started driving. I'd be on hills and I'd be like, oh my god, I don't want to use the handbrake because what if I stole the car? What if I can't find my biting point? So I just used to use my clutch control, and I felt that if I was using the clutch control and I was pressing the gas, that would help me. And then obviously because I'm pressing the gas and I've got my biting point already, I don't need to find it and worry about finding it. So I just do that. And then as time went on, I think I've just always used clutch control. The only time I use a handbrake is when I park my car and I'm not driving anymore, but I never actually use a handbrake on a hill. They say you should because obviously you're kind of wearing like your car down or whatever, and using the handbrake, at least then you're not using your brakes and your clutch and whatever, and the handbrake's just on and taking all the weight of the car. But it's about what's best for you and what you're comfortable doing. And if you find that it's easier to do clutch control and gas rather than doing the handbrake, then do that. Or if you find it's easier to do the handbrake, so then all you've got to worry about is finding your biting point and then pressing the gas when it's time to set off, then do that. Don't feel like you have to do things a certain way, because at the end of the day it's you driving the car, so you want to be comfortable and you want to drive and feel, like I said, comfortable, and know that when you're driving you won't feel any pressure, or you might not know how to do something, because you know that's not what you want. You want to be comfortable. So yeah, just make sure that you are doing what you want to do. As long as you're safe and you're comfortable, that's all that matters. Now, you've probably been told this and you're probably going to think it's common sense, but you'll be surprised at how common it is that people actually do this, and it is using your phone while you're driving. Do not do it. Please do not do it, because you know that is where accidents happen. Not only is it breaking the law, you've just passed your test, and if you get caught being on your phone whilst you're driving, I'm sure there's penalties that you don't want to be facing. I'm sure they can take your license from you. Even just think, you just got it, you paid for your test, you just got your license, you get caught by the police and they take your license off you, and then you're banned from driving even though you've just passed. And then when you're banned, you can be banned up to like 18 months, and then when you want to apply to have a driving test again, you have to have your theory again, so you've got to pay for that, you've got to pay for your test, and then because you were banned, they give you an extended test. So the normal test, I can't remember how long it is, but because you were banned, they add like an extra half an hour on or something like that, just to make sure that you are a good driver, safe driver, and you can drive. So don't do it. It's not worth it. You know, if you really, really, really need to go on your phone and it's urgent, then I would pull over. that's what you should do. Me personally, I have a handset. Now I don't, it's a bit iffy one, because if your eyes have to come off the road to touch like this handset thing, then it means that you shouldn't be using it, because you are taking your eye off the road, which can put you and others in danger. Me, my handset, I know how my handset works, so I don't even have to look at it, and it's like right, you know, like next to me. So all I've got to do is I can skip a track if I want to, whereas some people's it requires them to look at it, and if that's the case, then you don't want to be using it. Pull over, do what you got to do, and then, you know, then set off again. Mine's connected to my phone, so if anyone is ringing me, I don't have to look at it. Some people are going to think, oh my god, let me look at my phone, see who's ringing me. No, all I have to do is answer it with the button, and then I'm good to go. So if you can, try and get something like a handset, and just be careful, get to know your car, familiarise yourself with your car, and just make sure that you're safe and that you're looking after yourself and being aware on the road of yourself and others whilst driving. Now, this links to like the first point I made about there's bullies on the road. You need to expect the unexpected, and I'm telling you now, there are some idiots on the road. When I say idiots, I mean idiots. You're going to be driving and there's going to be some idiot that cuts in front of you when it's 2 lanes that turns to 1, even though you're in the lane that's the main lane already. There's going to be someone that just cuts in front of you and it's going to nearly cause an accident. You need to be prepared for that, and you need to find that brake quick. Don't be thinking, oh no, I'm not stopping because they're doing this. And no, because guess what? It's your car that's going to get damaged. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, I bet you any money that person is not going to get blamed for it. You are, because you're a new driver and you've not been driving that long. So if that person wants to be an idiot and cut past you, let them cut past you. It's fine, because guess what? It's not going to be you that gets your car damaged. Yes, it's going to be annoying because they've just done it and they think they can do what they want, whatever. Guess what? Their time will come, they'll get caught and they'll get done. But you know what? Your car's safe, you're safe, and you're not going to be hurt. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but you know what? These idiots will get their comeuppance at some point. Don't worry about that. Like to this day, me, I'm still sometimes thinking, I'm like, you idiot. And then I think, you know what? No, don't get mad about it, because at the end of the day, they are the idiots, not you. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe and, like I said, sticking to speed limits and just protecting yourself and your car. Don't worry about it. It's frustrating. If they're beeping at you, let them beep you, you know, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're not going to see them again, so don't let it phase you. It's a bit scary. It's sometimes a bit traumatic when people do things that are going to cause you to have an accident. There's plenty of times I've been in the right lane and someone just pulls in front of you and you just think, what the hell? Are you trying to make me have an accident, you know? And it's scary and it shocks you. And I'm not going to lie, I'll straight up tell you, the first time it really happened to me, and I've been driving for about 3 years at this point. Yeah, so it'd been 3 years. And I cried because I was so shocked, and it could have been like a full on. And if it weren't for my, you know, my reflexes, like being immediate, we would have crashed and it would have been their fault because of their position of their car. So yes, I would just definitely be careful. Don't let it get to you. If they want to do what they want to do, let them do it. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're safe. Now, my final tip is that you need to expect that your insurance is going to be hella expensive, especially if you're in the bracket between 17 to 25 years of age. Your insurance is going to be so expensive because, unfortunately, that bracket is where people have the most accidents. So if they see that you're trying to get on, you know, on their insurance and you're 18 years old, you're gonna have to pay a lot of money, and that sucks, but it's just what it is. Best way I can say that you can get your insurance reduced is every single year there's something called a no claims bonus, which means that every single year that you know, not had to claim on your insurance, you get a year's worth of insurance, and then over time it'll just get cheaper. And I have found that it's worked for me. So yes, that's the best thing I can say. Just be careful, Just make sure you're not having to claim on insurance and you will be fine. So guys, that is the end of this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit a thumbs up, comment down below and let me know what you thought of my tips and how I explained, you know, what it is actually like once you've passed your test and how it is being a new driver. The first few times, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of you that have watched this video that can relate to everything I said, and if that is the case, comment down below and let me know. Comment down, let me know if you know you have just passed your test and you've related to it. If you passed it ages ago and you can relate, and I reminded you of back in the day what it was like when people were like that towards you and could see that you just passed. And let me know if you've got it coming up. How do you feel about that you're going to be a new driver soon? Let me know. I love it when you guys comment down below and share your thoughts, you know, your opinions and all your experiences. So please do that, comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more lifestyle videos like this. And make sure you also click on that bell so you can always be notified every single time your girl posts a new video. Also, don't forget to share this video because there's going to be tons of new drivers on the road, and I'm sure any new driver would really appreciate seeing this video, and it would make them feel like they're not on their own, because I feel like you forget that when you pass, you feel like you're the only person that is going through that. In actual fact, you know, in reality, of course, you are not the only person that has just passed. There's going to be hundreds of people that have just passed their tests like you. So do not feel like you're your own. Make sure you share this video so someone can relate to it as well. And also don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, which will be on the screen now. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.